Alright, welcome to the Pro Football Exclusive Scout Report. I'm your man Akeem here to give you another scout report on an offensive player headed towards the 2014 NFL Draft. For this blog, I need to talk about a great tight end out of Texas Tech, Jace Amaro, who's coming off of a breakthrough season in 2013. Let's talk a little bit about him. He's hailing from San Antonio, Texas, and he was actually one of the highest recruited players coming out of high school to enroll in Lubbock, and he had a great career, especially for the past 2 seasons. Now, in his first 2 seasons, he did show flashes, but in 2013, he had his breakthrough record-breaking year, having the most yardage ever by a tight end in a single season, as well as most yardage per game, passing James Casey out of Rice back in 2008. Now, Amaro had 1,352 yards receiving, which is the record, and 104 yards per game. An amazing year and 7 touchdowns all combined. Now let's talk a little bit about his strengths and weaknesses. Starting with his strengths, lining up mostly as a slot receiver, Amaro is a big, fluid athlete and who uses his thick body to gain proper positions to catch the football. Now he also has large, soft hands to catch the football, and he definitely catches the football well when it's in the air, and he catches it at the highest point. Now he's a balanced route runner, meaning that he displays smooth moves to change direction, to get himself into position, and even create separation against defenders. Now the thing I love most about this kid is his yards after the catch. He is very dangerous once he catches the football, and he is not easy to bring down. Now he had a bench press of 224 reps at 225 pounds, as well as ran a 4.640 that shows his speed and his strength, and he definitely can break some tackles and give you some tough yardage after contact. That's what I like most about his kid. This kid, he definitely give you those yardage after catch, the yak that you're looking for. Now, some weaknesses. He does have some weaknesses, even though he weighs 248 pounds at 6'5". At 265 pounds at 6'5", he doesn't really lack the ideal bulk and muscle that you want, the muscle definition that you want at the tight end, but I still think he is strong enough. I did mention 24 reps at 225 pounds. He also runs high in his route running, meaning he runs a little bit too high. He needs to stay a little bit low and be to help himself get in better position and not be seen too obviously. He's just because he was lined up more as a slot receiver, he didn't really line up in the line of scrimmage, and his inline blocking technique is not really up to par. He's sometimes caught a lot of times holding. He needs to improve in that and become more of a better blocking tight end, and even lining up in the line of scrimmage as opposed to being a slot receiver. That was part of the reason why he did not win the John Mackey Award given to the nation's top premier tight end. He wasn't used much as a blocker, and he wasn't even lined up as the line. He was more used as a slot receiver, and that's why he racked up so many yards. But let's not count that out. He is still a good receiving type tight end, and that is more important to NFL teams as opposed to a blocking tight end, unless you're a running NFL team. But most of these teams are passing teams that need a pass catching tight end. One last thing that I'm a little bit concerned is his overall character. Now, back in 2012, he had a couple of issues on and off the field. In their bowl game in 2012, he actually punched an opponent and was ejected from the game. So that's a little bit of a concern of his maturity and character all around. Also, in the same year, 2012, he was arrested for credit card fraud. So that shows that he has a little bit off the field issues, and I think that's just a little bit of a concern for me. But I still think he is a tremendous athlete, a great pass catching tight end that you are looking for. Even though he does need to improve as a blocker, he is still one of the best pass catching tight ends headed towards this draft. He's actually my number 2 tight end for this year. I think he's an amazing player, and I would have to rate him as a 2nd round draft choice. Even though he has a couple off the field issues, I still think that's not that big of a concern. He's definitely a great tight end that you're looking for as a receiver, and I definitely have him as a 2nd round pick of this year's draft. Now, the next I'm going to catch you guys is later on tonight, as well as headed towards tomorrow. I'm going to give you more scout reports, last minute scout reports headed towards this NFL draft. We only have about 6 days left till Thursday, so I'm just so excited to see what happens. But I'm still going to give you more last minute scout reports starting later on tonight, as well as leading towards tomorrow. Thank you for watching this blog from Pro Football Exclusive. I'm your man Akeem McCall. Be easy.